Well, my visit to IPCPR 2017 would be incomplete unless I stopped at the Padrone Booth. Jorge Padron. Jorge, good to see you, my friend.
How you doing?
As always, last time we were together was just over a year ago. I spent an afternoon with you at Padron headquarters in Miami. We talked with you and your dad. The history that I learned, that you learned some new things that you didn't even realize. Got great response from our listeners, and it was just a fascinating talk about how your dad started and how he rented, and you've come a long way since then, 50 years ago. 53 years ago.
53. We're very lucky. Very lucky to have a patriarch like him that had the vision to start this business and to follow his dream, and here we are 53 years later, still pushing on.
How is your dad doing?
Your dad's doing well. He couldn't be here with us on this trip, but he's watching us through those cameras.
I heard, you know what, somebody told me that there were cameras,
yeah,
and I'm looking around. Look behind you.
Yeah.
If you look behind you, John, you can see there's a camera there, and I'm like, what are those cameras for? And someone said, that's so Jose Padron can watch back in Miami.
I literally just talked to him on the phone, and he's asking us why these guys were sitting down, my nephews. Wait, why are they sitting down?
And why they're not working?
Care of customers?
Exactly, so he's keeping an eye on everything.
Yeah, he does.
Beautiful, outstanding. Well, big announcement. We've got the Padrone Book that I want to talk about, because that is just really a great history of Padron. It's very special. Let's talk about that.
Well, basically, my father had this dream of, writing a book of his life, his life story. Now, we have the Padron Foundation, the family foundation, so he decided it was a good opportunity to do it. The book will be out in September. It's a story about his life, from childhood in Cuba all the way to the present day in Miami. The family structure, all of the trials and tribulations that he's been through to build this business, and it's a great story, and not just about cigars, but also about his life. So all the proceeds of the book are going to go for our foundation. 100% of the proceeds.
100%.
100%.
And when will that be out?
Well, the book is going to be out hopefully by September. And there'll be two versions. One is the commemorative version, which is this one.
With a wood?
Will be a leather bound.
Right.
Oh,
it's leather. It looks like wood.
Well,
okay,
no,
leather.
It's leather bound. And then it'll be in that wooden box.
Gotcha. So that's the box.
And it'll be signed by him.
Okay.
So that's one version, and the other one's just a hardback.
And where will that be sold?
Well, it'll be sold through retail stores, and then possibly down the road it could also be sold online.
At Padron.com.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 3 years ago, in September, we celebrated your 50th anniversary. What a party!
Yeah.
I mean, just an absolutely huge party in Miami. People are still talking about it, George. And that was just a great celebration where, the family got together, but you invited all your extended family, the retailers, friends in the industry. I was fortunate enough to attend. That was a great evening, and just a culmination of all the hard work, all the effort, starting with your dad, back having to rent a small little facility that he just really barely had money to pay the rent every month.
I mean, like I said, we're lucky. My dad has made a lot of sacrifices, and he's worked very hard to build this brand and to build this business, and he's got us to follow along and to do the work that we need to do to maintain things as they are, and improve wherever possible.
Absolutely. Well, he's watching. He's got the eye in the sky. Let's talk about the 50 years, because this is just a magnificent presentation. I love how you've got the Maduro, the natural, so on and so forth. Just a beautiful, elegant presentation.
Yeah, the 50th. Obviously, that was a very special cigar to celebrate. Our 50th anniversary. We're very proud of it. These are the refills that those people who purchase the humidor have the right to these refills. So that's basically what it is.
So can anyone else buy? If you didn't buy the humidor, you can't get it.
Well, it depends. If you didn't buy a humidor, you would have to be, able to buy it through a retailer.
Right.
Who had an option to get one. So.
Gotcha. Now let's take a look, because it's not often that Padron comes out with new products, but you've come out with the new Padron Square Tube. Very interesting presentation.
Yeah, well, this basically is just it's an anniversary blend, and it comes in an aluminum tube. It's packaged in a box of 15, and of course, the cigar being a box press cigar, we designed a tube that would, as a square tube, to fit, the cigar.
Same blend, just with the tube.
Yeah, just different sizing.
I love tubes because you put them in your briefcase.
Yeah,
you want to play golf or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's just a nice, elegant way, and it's a great gift too.
Yeah.
Now I got to talk, George, about one of my favorites, the Padrone Damaso. So let's take a look over here, because that was a brand you launched. Has it been what now? 3 years, George?
I believe so.
3 years. First ever Padrone with a Connecticut wrapper, and we'll swing over here so everyone can see. First ever with a Connecticut Ecuadorian wrapper.
That is correct. You know, this was a big deviation from the traditional types of cigars that we make. You know, the idea behind it was to, you know, have a product that for those consumers that wanted something that was a little bit milder, not as heavy of a flavor or profile as the traditional Padron cigars that we had. So, you know, it's been good. I mean, it's been a product that has opened up a market that we were not in before, a segment of the market. So it's been a good addition to our portfolio.
Well, it's a nice medium flavored cigar with that Connecticut Ecuador, very flavorful, very smooth, any time of day or night.
Yep.
And you know, it's a round cigar, and everybody's so familiar with the 1926, 1964. A little bit of a change of pace. But I cannot forget the regular Padron series, and we're going to head over here because I know everybody gives all the love to the 64 and the 1926 and the Family Reserve, but the Padron series, every time we talk, you always say, that's our bread and butter.
Yeah, well, no doubt. I mean, that's probably, as I say, it's like pound for pound the best fighter in any humidor is this line of cigars. This is the traditional line that we've had for over 50 years. It's you know, as price to value, it's a tremendous value.
Great cigar, and natural and Maduro.
Natural Maduro.
And you've got what, like 400 sizes?
Yeah, we got a lot of sizes.
And the price range is from what, like 5 all the way to what?
Prices range from 4 all the way up to about $10.
4 to 10. So great value price cigar.
Yeah.
And the corticos, the little small ones, great walk the dog.
Yeah, small cigar. You know, so it comes in a tin, so it's an easy cigar. Small. It's not a big one to smoke. So, again, just you know, we try to come up with products that we feel meet certain needs that are out there, and that's what the cortico was.
Well, I think the one thing your dad always said is consistency. Want to make great cigars, consistent cigars, that if we don't have the right tobacco or we don't feel anything's right, we're not going to release. We're not going to be subject to selling anything or releasing anything that doesn't meet our standards.
Yeah, and that's something that we've never changed. I mean, that's been our philosophy. That will continue to be our philosophy. We do what we can with the products, with the tobacco that we have, and we'll produce as many as we can. And if one year we have to produce less, we produce less.
That's how it goes.
That's not the important thing is to maintain the quality of the product.
Great story. When I go to visit George in Orlando and Jose Padron in Miami, in the warehouse area, there are desks. Everybody sits at their desk, and your dad is the one inspecting every cigar. You do not put the cigar in the box in the cellophane down in Nicaragua. You keep them unbundled, uncelloed, and you inspect every cigar, and it's done in Miami. Costs you much more, but there's a reason you do that.
Yeah, there's just it's an added quality control procedure that goes into place. I mean, we're able to check every single cigar. If there's anything broken, we take it out. We want to make sure that we don't have cigars out there that go to a retail store that are broken. So,
George, relay our greetings to your dad. As always, we miss him, but he's watching us behind us. Absolutely. Then he's going to say, what were you talking about in that interview?
I'm sure he's probably wondering right now.
I'm sure he is. You're going to get a call in a few minutes on your cell phone. George Padron, as always, good to see you, my friend. Hope you enjoyed our little quick stop here, Padrone Booth at IPCPR 2017.